Hey there my friend, it's Will here over to FxAce.com. First of all, welcome to the video. I'm shooting live from the beautiful city of Athens, Greece. It's a bit, how do I say, chilly here compared to where I'm usually used to in the kind of tropic climates of Bali and Thailand. So I'm in Greece. I'm a little bit cold and I'm also very excited to release today my new powerful RSI superbot. I'm calling it a superbot. The reason being, why literally there is thousands and thousands of ways you can actually trade using this EA. Okay, we're going to get into different ways you can use that in a few minutes here, but I personally use it along with my core strategies in price zones. But many of you watching this, including you, maybe just want to use it uniquely for your own strategies, optimize it for your own kind of strategy. It's when I get into here, it's really exciting. It's really powerful. I'm just going to show you now some of the settings of it, and then we're going to go walk through some examples of the optimization for it and different ways you can use it and incorporate it into your trading. Okay, so it's the first part of it's based off my RSI divergence indicator. And we're just going to go into the expert advisors and we're just going to go to the properties here. Okay, so again, here's all the properties. Okay, and some very unique. You can trade from take signals from multiple time frames, and just pick any combination of time frames you want. Start from here. So you obviously have your take profit and your stop loss in. Your lot size here, percentage. Now this is if you only want to trade sell trades, be short the market, it will just make sure that's false, and it will only enter sell trades, and vice versa. If you want to only be long the market, you simply make sure the buy is true and the sell is false. Okay, so the minute we'll just leave them to now. Reality divergence, this doesn't really matter. So closest opposite divergence is just say you enter on a buy divergence here on a 1 hour time frame. If it keep you in the market on the trade till there's an opposite divergence on the 1 hour time frame. Okay, so if you've got two time frames open, the 1 hour and the 30-minute, it will be an opposite divergence in either one of them. Okay, so max orders, you can put in how many times you want the trade to be entered. Okay, now here's a special feature too for those of you who like to add into positions, and this is the grid. So what happens is you can either have a grid on or a grid false. Okay, you can say after your first initial entry, if the market moves 20 pips against you, you can add again another trade after 20 pips, so forth, and your take profit would be maybe every time it goes down to that area you could go take profit. You have your stop loss, so you have your ultimate cutoff point. Okay, this here feature here, max levels, is simply the max amount of levels that you want to be taken, how many trades you want the actual indicator to be taken. Okay, so say 3 levels, so if it moves 20 pips the first time, it'll have to move 40 pips for the second trade and 60 pips for the third trade, for a maximum of 4 trades altogether. Okay, so I personally don't really use this unless I'm breaking up my position coming into a level where I'm looking to trade from. But again, this here is, like I say, completely universal. You can use this EA whatever way you want. As I say, there's literally tens of thousands of ways that you can trade with this, different strategies. We'll look at that in a minute. Okay, so the divergence type is classic or hidden. So classic is the classic reversal divergence, and hidden is the kind of continuation divergence. Okay, so if the market's trending, you want to be taken hidden, and if you're looking a reversal trader, you want to be looking classic. Okay, so this here option here is close trade when RSI level is above 70. So this is what this is for down here. Okay, I have this off. So say you buy above So RSI buy above 50, so you want to have that on true above. So when the RSI is above 70, sorry, RSI below, so RSI is below 30 buy, and RSI sell is above 70, but you can put your either one in there. Okay, and this feature here will be closed when RSI levels. So the low, the bottom one here, is high and low 70 and 30. Okay, so it's just the opposite trade. Say this one was a sell, it's at 20, it will actually close when the level is at 30. Okay, that's what that's about. Okay, so you can optimize this as you'll see in a minute. Now this is the time frames. You can select the trade from multiple time frames. So say you want to take signals on a daily and a 4-hour only. If you're scalping, you can trade on the lower time frames, the 1 minute and the 5 minutes here. So it's totally up to you, whatever way you kind of want to use this. It's really good for incorporating into support resistance strategies and things like that there. It's very, very good for scalping and day trading. Okay, so I'll just click OK. You always want to make sure if you're allow live trading, make sure this is on. Okay. Okay, so next we're going to look at the actual terminal here, and we're going to go to strategy tester. Okay, and we're just going to go to the expert properties here. You can see all the took me 30 minutes to actually get all these different for the past year. Okay, so we're just going to expert as properties and show you how I optimize this. Okay. Okay, so I've optimized this here. So this is when you're optimizing the EA. You want to make sure you're here, start and the stop. So have start it with 10 pips, take profit 10 pips and stop at 1,000, and let me stop loss is similar. Okay, all these said true, false, false, start at false and stop at true. Max orders 1 to 20, then similar for the grids. Max grids 1 to 15, 10 to 200. And we're down here, and all the time frames false. Okay, so you just put your max of inputs. You can change it here, maximal drawdown 20%, etc. Okay, just make sure that's okay. Okay. Now the optimization results here, as you can see, we want a profit factor over kind of 1.4, 1.2, and you can see 40% drawdown is not too good. So we just want to look for a good profit with minimal drawdown. And you just want to flick through. You can see some of these, a lot of trades in the past year. A minute, I'm just gonna let's have a look at this. Okay, so we're just gonna go right click on this and select set inputs. Okay, so always want to make every tick. I'm just gonna pause the video while this loads. Okay, so I've loaded this up now. I'm just about to hit play here, and we're gonna watch to see if these settings are working. Okay, so you can see there's start at the end of the trades. Okay, so we'll just let this play in a minute just to show you that the rope EA actually works. You can see this is playing here. What we want to do here is just simply, when we right click on these, we're just looking through and just checking out the best inputs. Okay, now you want maximum profit and the less drawdown. Okay, so if you want to, basically what I've done here in the settings is I've simply halved, because it was a 40% drawdown, I've halved the position size, so on the EA. Okay, I'm just going to skip this right to now. Okay, and let it go fast and see what the actual outcome actually is. Okay, so when you're doing the optimization, you do it with the open and then when you're selecting the kind of results you want, you always do it with test every tick. Okay, so maximum profit, minimal drawdown, profit factor, you also want a good profit factor also. Okay, so we'll just skip this. Just going to pause the video while it skips and while it finishes here. Okay, so you can see the actual profit graph here is ebbing and flowing up nicely. Okay, so just going to see at the end here what the actual figures are. Okay, so it's still taking its time here. I'm not going to go through every single one of these optimization results, so I just want to show you some of them as they come through. The kind of profit you should look to make. Okay, so when you're actually using the EA, what you want to do, you want to get a good optimization results, and then you want to be testing them on a demo for a couple of weeks, a month first, see if it actually works. So first you want to test like a large sample size, then you want to zoom into a smaller sample size, and then you can go back with the same settings, go back a couple of years and test the same sample size on a random month there. So you're getting optimal results and optimal test results, but this is pretty good sample size, 1 year. Optimization graph, you can see a lot of these, a lot of results that come up for it. It's a graph. So we started off with a $10,000 account, and you see the equity to drawdown is pretty good on this. There's not too many big gaps. Up around 40k at the minute. So we'll just pause the video again while this is going up. But this is just from the first result here, and it's looking pretty nice. Okay, so we're coming towards the end of this first test we're looking at here, and nearly up to 70,000 profit on it. So this is just a test environment. We want to go live, or not live, demo trade this after. Okay, so always when you're, there's another few pointers. If it does give you like a grid system, make sure you're always trading low lot sizes. So if it's a 10k account, max per trade 0.5 or even less, 0.05, sorry. Okay. Also make sure you do the optimization, except when we've done this for the Euro USD. Every asset will act differently in different environments, so the inputs that work on a Euro USD pair will not work on other assets. So make sure you always test and do the optimization results for different assets. Okay, so very powerful, unique EA. We're just coming up to the last result here. You can see this is what you kind of want. You want a good profit to equity line and nice growth. Okay, it's about to finish here, and we'll see what the actual last results are. Okay, so there we go. Settings. Okay, report. So modeling quality. You want a good modeling quality also. So you want to download the data for it. Okay, so you can see the net profit here was, started off with a 10k account there, so net profit of nearly 50k. Okay, short positions 1, 250% profit trade. So the maximal drawdown was 38% in this. Okay, so it's still pretty high. So you'd want to half your lot size again. So we'll just go to this, expert advisors, and this is what you'll do. Maybe go 0.2 on this. Okay, and just go take off the visual mode, and we'll just go to start. we'll just let this go quickly here. So this should actually give us a better profit factor report. And you can always test these in different testing environments, different testing software. But it's very, very powerful, unique. I use it with my price action. So I do. Different assets, you can test. So while this is loading here, what you actually get with the EA is the actual EA and the RSI divergence indicator. Okay, so you get both them. Now, the price for this, as you can see below, is a very, very, very special price. And it is the beginning price. It will be going up in the future, maybe to around a couple of $1,000. So at the minute you can really get in on the testing phase of it. Once I start getting reviews and feedback on it, the price will be increasing. So if you want to get in now, the test group, you can click the link below while we wait for this to finish up. Okay, so just let it finish here. Okay, so this one's nearly finished testing here, and it's slightly better. At the end, the equity to the profit line's going good. Remember, we always want to test. So once this completes, we'll see how it goes. Now, if it's still a high drawdown, you want to just simply half the position size or change the position size again and test it on it. Okay, so we are testing and testing environment. You always want to get the good tick data. There's many websites you can get good tick data from. We'll see when this finishes here. Okay, so again with the EA, you get the EA. This is a test offer. So this will be going up in the future. So if you get in now, you're getting it at a very, very lucky price. As you've seen, it's very, very powerful. So many different ways you can actually trade this. Obviously, this was a grid setting. Again, when you're testing with grid, you have to be very, very careful on position sizes, etc. And make sure you test. Always best to use low lot sizes and just let the account build over time. Okay, always test on a demo first. So I'm really looking forward to getting the feedback from you out there and from others. See how this goes with them, what different settings they get and how they optimize it. So I'll take just a bit of work to optimize it for each asset, but this is very, very powerful and it's very, very unique. So many ways you can trade this, literally thousands of ways you can use this EA. Okay, so it's nearly finished now. How's this gonna? Just go to the report. And okay, so the drawdown was 33% this time. Okay, maximal drawdown was 33%. Okay, and profit was more or less half that. Okay, so it's still not too bad if you're only trading on one asset. Okay, you just want to get it down to around anything below 15%, really. But again, it's too big of a drawdown. It's not working. The profit factor is not good. Just flick through these and work with these here to also. So again, the test offer, you can click the link below. I'm really looking forward to hearing your case studies from this powerful RSI superpot. It will be going up in the future, so this is your really best time to actually get in when prices are super discounted. As you've seen from my other systems, the MacBot Pro, that the early bird caught the worm. With the price wise, it used to be when we started off, the test offer was $497. Now it's right up to nearly 1500 because it works so good. This is a similar story. So you can click the link below, get the RSI Superbot today. If you have any questions, get in contact with me at will@fxace.com. Really looking forward to hearing your feedback, and happy trading.